All right. So for those of you who are watching, you might recognize that this doesn't look like Dan anymore. This is Jeff. Jeff is another one of our senior instructors, and he will be introducing the last four projects for today. And Jeff has also been working with the full stack seniors for about the last 6 weeks. So take it away, Jeff.
Thanks, David. Yeah, I've actually had the honor to work with this group for the last 13 weeks, right
Oh,
up
great.
since they joined up on campus here, and it's been a lot of fun to watch them grow and to see what they've produced. I'm really excited about these next four projects. So one thing that instructors do here a lot at Full Stack Academy is live coding sessions, and we're always looking for ways to make that process a little bit more interactive for the students. So this next group came up with a technical solution to that problem by allowing students to navigate through their own live updating copy of a project as the instructor edits and writes to their own file system. So let's check out code.
I'm excited to see this. I love this. So we'll see.
Here we go, code a la mode.
Hi, I'm Patrick Kim. This is Brian Hong, Hubert Jankowski, and Jason Choe. Together, we built Code a la Mode, a live coding platform built for the classroom. As coding bootcamp students, we wanted a way to improve the coding lecture experience. And so we built an application where, for instructors, we wanted a way to simplify the teaching workflow to help teachers answer questions and to help them manage their lessons. For students, we wanted a way to give individual students more power and more control over their individual learning experience. So we built two applications, one for each type of user, a desktop app for teachers and a web app for students. And using Git, Electron, and WebSockets, these apps communicate with each other and work together to bring a new kind of classroom experience to the lecture. And here's Brian to show you how it works.
Thank you, Patrick. So in our hypothetical scenario, Jason is an instructor and Hubert is a student at Full Stack Academy. Today we have a lesson on promises. So Jason loads up the application and logs in through GitHub. He then loads the lesson from a list of repositories provided by the GitHub API, and then sends out his connection information to the students. Once Hubert connects to the teacher's application, he is ready to receive real-time updates from the instructor, such as opening and editing files or switching between tabs. During the lecture, Hubert can open any lesson files independently of whatever the instructor may be doing. Whenever Hubert has a question, he can send an anonymous help ticket to the instructor, which sends a signal to the teacher's application to save a snapshot of the current lesson state and create a new branch on the lesson repository. At any time, Jason can browse through the queue of help tickets and load the branch associated with the question. And then the students can follow along as the instructor answers the question. When the instructor is finished, he can then go back and continue from where he left off. After the lecture, Jason saves and pushes any modified or newly created branches onto GitHub. Afterwards, the students can feel free to browse through the lesson code and any code associated with new branches from questions asked during the lecture. And now here's Hubert to talk about the teacher side application.
Thank you, Brian. We built the teacher application using Electron, a framework for creating cross-platform native applications using web technologies like CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. We chose Electron because it gives us the ability to use the Node ecosystem. By utilizing these technologies form the backbone of our application's key features, and by utilizing the various Node modules, we execute Git commands locally, and we make calls to the GitHub API. We use promises to manage all these asynchronous operations. In order to send and receive data across the classroom, our Electron application spawns a Node process that acts as a server. And this server uses WebSockets and inter-process communication to act as a channel between teacher and students. And here's Jason. He will tell you the details of students' application.
Thanks, Hubert. So due to the limitations of web applications, students are unable to access their native file system through the browser. To get around this problem, we use the HTML5 file system API to create a virtual file system that holds a copy of the lesson folder. But sending over the entire lesson folder to each and every student is an expensive operation. So instead, we send a skeleton of the directory structure through WebSockets, and then create the underlying file and folder structure for students to view. As students click through the file tree UI, they dynamically make requests to the teacher's application, which are then sent back and then written to the browser's file system. Working with this virtual file system with all of its asynchronicity was definitely challenging, but allowing the students to actually have access to the entire folder structure made it worth it. We think Code a la Mode is a great tool for both students and instructors to use in a classroom setting. We are extremely proud of our project, and we encourage you to check out our website. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.
Very nicely done. You know, my favorite part of it is the well, besides the interface for students to not only create help tickets but to view the instructors, files as they're working on them. I also like they've almost built like a mini Dropbox sync between the instructor's file system and their local file system. I think that's pretty cool optimization to have. So yeah, very cool. I'd love to see us use something like that more, because I definitely know you're watching a lecture with someone coding and you're like, I wish I could just see what was happening in that other file because I forgot. Right?
They solved a pretty common problem with applications like this, where you don't want to send the entire project with all the node modules and everything, constantly back and forth. And so it's really, really smartly done. And yeah, maybe we can use it here.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I told this group when they told me what they were planning to do that if you can pull this off, you'll have at least one user, because I would love a tool like this.
Yeah.
And they really pulled through and did an amazing job.